So yeah.
So anyway, tell us about how you're insane.
You're a psychopath.
So I was like, I want to do this call between Larry Kasdan, who wrote Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark and Solo and blah blah blah.
His name's Lawrence. I love how you call him Larry. He goes by Lawrence.
Well, they all call him Larry.
Both, kinda, yeah.
So, and he wrote Return of the Jedi, I think, too. But he, I had this thing where JJ calls him to ask his advice on whether a certain character should be added to episode 9, and Larry has no idea who this character is. So that's the point of the phone call. Because
what character is it?
Ahsoka Tano.
Oh.
So Larry,
I like how he did it in my slowed down version.
Yes, he always does that. That's how he always says it.
So Larry,
I'm pretty sure when he's typing it out, he says it like that.
Yeah,
always. So Kasdan has been on record saying the movies are it. Like he's never paid attention to anything outside of it. So this is it's organic on how he would approach that. So I just think it's funny because they wrote The Force Awakens together and he's not involved with episode 9. If JJ had called him at one point when he was writing the script, asking his advice on this character and Larry not having any idea who it is.
I was thinking recently about what happens when they get to a point where a director wants to do something and it's just not possible. It was because of the whole is Richard E. Grant Hux's father?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, does Hux just go, oh, it's his father? And they're like, well, it actually can't be because he already has a father. And JJ's like, no. You know what I mean? At what point does the story group have to try to figure that out? But there's no way to figure it out.
Well, he didn't know his name was Armitage.
I understand that stuff.
Someone told him that.
Yeah,
I told him that. I called him. I said, hey,
no,
dude.
You didn't.
No, I didn't do that.
He also, there was another quote recently. I think it was him kicking around whether he was his father or not or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, the point was, I was like, what if they get a movie and they're like, oh, I want to do this movie. And it's Luke Skywalker and he was doing this. And they're like, well, Luke was dead at that point. And they're like, well, I don't care. Figure it out. And they're like, there's no way to figure it out. He's dead.
Well, it's kind of like Rian Johnson saying, don't take BB-8 to
Octo.
Yeah, but I'm saying
which still if you think about it, is kind of weird.
Possible.
She doesn't know R2.
Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, yeah, it worked.
When you think about it now, you're like...
The reason why I was a little annoyed about that is I liked that he went there because he had that moment with Luke, so that was cool. That was the saving moment.
Anything.
But the fact that he went there meant he wasn't with 3PO, and that bothers me.
True.
3PO without R2 is weird, and R2 without 3PO is okay, but when they're together and they're doing the bits, that's when they work to me.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't done that at all.
I know that's a big problem. But
they did do it a little bit at the end of Force Awakens.
Very briefly, he's like, so
I understand very
you,
briefly, but it was there. Yeah.
So I'm driving home from softball today. Before I got here to do this, before I ate my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner.
I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
They are good.
Last night.
And I was like, all right, I want to do this phone call between Kaz and JJ. So I'm sitting in my car driving home, and I'm doing...
Are we in a time loop? Wasn't this 10 minutes ago?
He didn't tell the story, though.
I'm telling it for the people. I'm the person, the people here, pal.
He gave the background, and then we went on a tangent. He didn't actually give the story.
So I was like, I'm sitting there in my car having this conversation between Lawrence Kasdan and JJ Abrams, and I'm not even involved. And it's just I'm doing the two voices back and forth, and I'm in my car just looking around. I'm like, imagine if someone heard me do this. I'd probably be put in a mental institution. Crazy.
I could tell you right now.
Can we make that happen?
And
make John in a mental institution.
People could call me a liar. I can't. Every girl has arguments in her car with imaginary people.
Do you have arguments in your car between two people that aren't you?
No, but I'm saying you said that people would think you're crazy, but I guarantee I do at least. Mm-hmm. I have conversations with people in my car all the time of what I will say or what I should have said.
Practice. Okay. That's a little different, I guess.
That's the George Costanza thing.
Well, when he's practicing the jokes?
No, he says like this is I went in and I quit like this or whatever, and then they were like that you said that, and he's like no, but I should have, and then they convince him that there's still time, like he goes back and he tries to quit again, like but this time better, if I'm remembering it correctly.
I know there was one,
but
where
I do know it was a whole like he had the conversation in his head and it went better that way.
He wanted to zing a guy once with like
the toilet store.
with the joke about the jerk store.
No, it's a toilet store. I thought. Can you close the toilet
jerk
store? Who says toilet store? Someone says that.
I know no one can ever beat me in Seinfeld trivia. I'm the king.
I'm not trying to beat you. I'm actually just trying to have a conversation with you, John. Someone is a sore loser.
This is a conversation about nothing. By the way, I was glad that I was vindicated that all your quotes were garbage.
Okay, one person said that.
Okay.
The word used was arbitrary. Arbitrary
also,
hucks.
By one person. The kind of Vacon said that, and that's it.
Yeah,
everyone else
didn't. The kind of Vacons, the kind of gave me this. So he is A1 in my book.
That. He didn't give it to you. He messaged the group and was like, "You guys want this?" And John was like, "Yeah, I'll take it because I'm the only one that checks this account."
Well, when you start doing the impression of JJ, I'll hand it over. Okay.
I want it.
So I was gonna say this too. I listened to the episode because I edited it, but I didn't like really listen to it. I just kind of getting to the main
you're
points.
On the show and you're admitting you don't listen to it.
No. I didn't listen to it when I edited it. But then when it was done edited, I went and listened to it.
Mm.
All right.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
Did your name pop up in the middle? James Baney?
No.
James is like, but my internet's gone again, guys.
So here's the thing: is that it's gonna be hard to convince you, and I understand it sounds crazy, but like literally, I didn't remember any of the quotes. Because Lacey, you didn't tell me some of the answers. You just told me whether I got them wrong or not. John told me the answers, but
I didn't tell you any of the answers.
Yeah. So then I was playing the game, and there were a couple, like the two that John got hints on. As soon as I knew the movie, I got it right too. So I definitely think like playing the game would help. That's why I did so poorly, because I was like in a rush and I was like, I don't remember any of these. And some of them I still didn't remember, but I definitely did get some of them based on like talking about them and some of the clues and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Now I remember that scene exactly. But
did you like the clue being the movie that it is?
I think because I mean that's what the one was K2. It was like,
hello.
Both of those.
No, it wasn't. It was, are you talking about me?
Yeah. Are you talking about me? As soon as it was Rogue One, I was like, oh, it's K2, like almost immediately. And then the same one.
I knew you weren't playing, James, so I did a bunch
Cassian
of Rogue
quote
One
too. Oh,
yeah, but
nice. Yeah. The Cassian one, get down there and find us a ship. I didn't get that one either. I kept saying like, I was like, I don't know, Han Solo. And then it wasn't right. But
well, I have ideas for how we're going to make this game better. And I think we need to bring in an outsider.
Oh, they pulled the quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we all answered the same quotes.
See, I also thought that doing the hints,
boards.
The hint. Well, what I was thinking was the hints could be good too, because we could put them. We could text them to each other, so that like one person still is up for the 2 point and the other one is down.
Yeah, it gets tricky
but
there.
Then I also saw that we could type our answer in the chat that we have, and then press enter on 3, 2, 1, go. And then it would both pop up in the chat at the same time.
I feel like the dry erase board idea.
I feel like it's risky taking ourselves off of the call to do other things to bring it into the call, but
it's not. It's part of the chat. It's right there.
I know, but like when you had that when you had that issue with the text, your text was showing up like 10 minutes late. Remember that?
Well, I think that was because internet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a big internet guy.
Speaking of Rogue One, we have Rogue One commentary to do.
That's true. That is true. We also have a podcast to record, so let's go do that.
We do.
I'm typing in Han Solo, and I'm going to say in 3, 2, 1.